Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it. And yes, I did take a couple days off, had a nice little bit relaxing weekend with my friend or my head trader up north in Sudbury, so it was quite nice to spend some time with there, get a breath of fresh air in nature, get away from the charts for a little bit. After all, it is quite stressful sometimes in these markets, but felt very good. You guys should try it. Get away from the charts for a little bit. Get some fresh air. Anyways, let's get right into it. We can see that Bitcoin is now at $19,319 basically, and we did come down to 18,000 today, as low as 18,000. Actually, pretty much 18,000 on the dot, but well, 18,100, and then we reversed up quickly. Now, what is going on? The markets are waiting now, basically waiting for that Wednesday FOMC statement and the federal fund rate. Basically 75 basis points has been cooked into the markets, so the markets are not going to pump if the markets come in at 75 basis points. I'm pretty sure they're going to dump, in my opinion, but again, none of this is financial advice. And some people are even thinking that there could be 100 basis points coming in on Wednesday, which would absolutely crash the markets. The markets are already down on that news. After all, this was when that CPI came out, and then the autumn immediately repriced in the 75 basis points. So could you imagine, this was just a quarter point move for the interest rates, and this sent the markets down over 4.5% in one single day. So you can imagine if they get it wrong and there's another quarter point higher, and they actually we do get 100 basis points, then we're gonna get maybe another 5% move down, which would bring us maybe back to these lows right here. Let's see what 5% is from these levels right now. So 5% down would bring us around pretty much near the lows, or we're pretty much just a few percentages off from the June lows right here. But ultimately, I think once we do come down to retest these levels, we will make new lows, and we will most likely come down to that 2020 pre-COVID high of basically $39 or $3,400. 34 to 3,300 is basically my year-end target for the stock market. But again, things can change, things can happen. Maybe inflation starts to anchor down again. We need that oil to come down, and oil has been trending sideways right now. Although the Biden administration has been releasing an insurmountable amount of oil every single day, almost 1 million barrels a day every single day. So that is quite a lot, and the price has stopped moving down. So let's just see what happens for the Bitcoin price. But ultimately, we still have major resistance coming in. If we do even pump, if we get a slight pump, I could see resistance coming in at 21,276, or basically 21,200, around this area. But nothing is guaranteed. Maybe we don't even get up to this level. After all, we have basically 2 days before the next news announcement. But again, something to take note of is that we have been hammering down on this 2017 high of 19,600, and we are actually below it right now. We did close below it once again. But ultimately, the more we retest support, the more likely it is going to break. Now, a lot of people have been saying that this is going to be the bottom and you have to accumulate now, and that we're not going to go any lower from here. But we rarely get a chance to accumulate at these levels for such a long period of time, right? That is something to note, that the market does not give us a chance to accumulate at these levels for such a long period of time. We've been here since June, right? Since June, this marks more than 90 days, basically 3 months at these levels. In my opinion, this is just more consolidation before our next leg down in the markets. You can see that during the 2017 crash, we did go all the way down here, right, to $3,098, but we didn't stay at these specific levels right here for too long. We did come back down once again, but not as low as 3,900, but we did come back down to maybe 3,400, and then we reversed back up, and then we were at 4,000. And 4,000 to 3,000 is a pretty significant move down. It's over a 20% move down. So obviously, we didn't stay at those levels for too long. We can take a look at the daily time frame. We can see how long we were at these levels for. Maybe if you count from here, maybe 60 days, 50 days if you're lucky. maybe you could start to count from maybe these levels right here, and you count this only this time slot right here. We're only there for a week or 2 weeks, right? And then we ultimately reverse back up towards the upside after that. So that's when you're going to find your bottom. The market does not give you a chance to buy the lows that long, especially that many dips as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6, 7. You can make the case, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but it doesn't matter because we've been retesting this support for so long. I expect it to be broken at one point. And I know a lot of people are bullish on Bitcoin, but just look at the economy and what's going on in the other markets, about especially the traditional markets, because those are the markets that are going to be leading where Bitcoin's going. And I know there's going to be some news coming out soon about the XRP case and about regulation, and it's going to be very bullish for Bitcoin and all the cryptos, but that's going to be in the long term, right? In my opinion, in the short term, it's going to have very little effect for investors to, you know, the investors are not risk on right now. They're not going to pile in into all sorts of cryptos if they're selling all their tech stocks, and especially when tech stocks are crashing, they are not risk on. They're risk off right now. They're purchasing bonds, getting into cash, maybe even purchasing a little bit of precious metals, although that is to be debated right now because precious metals are going down. But even though gold is right here, the DXY is extremely elevated for what it is. And I think that gold is actually holding off quite well, in my opinion. But although if it does start to break down, around 1550 is my next target for gold. So I'll probably add to my positions once we get down there. Anyways, let's get back into Bitcoin. Let's take a look at a few other cryptos since I have been gone for a couple of days. And I'm very thankful for my supporters and my gold members in the Discord to be so understanding and relaxed about it. They actually ran the Discord there on their own this weekend, so good job for you guys. Thank you for Kenny, Paul, Infinity, and everyone else that's in the Discord participating every day. You guys are the ones that make the entire channel. I'll talk about a little bit on my short on Chiliz right now, because we did enter a bit of a short position. We are slightly in the money again. Oh my god, my computer is lagging because I have so many screens open now, and I've just upgraded my setup. And I need to get a new graphics card for my computer. But overall, you can see that there's a major trend line right here, tagging these two tops coming in down right here. And you can see that we are hitting it as resistance right now. Could we technically go a little bit higher? Absolutely. Anything can happen in these markets. Maybe we'll go as high as 30 cents, then ultimately reverse down afterwards. But ultimately, I'm just starting to inch into a position right now, shorting Chiliz. After all, it is an altcoin, and when Bitcoin does ultimately start to make its next leg down towards the downside, Chiliz and all the other altcoins are going to sell off massively as well. Let's take a look at Atom. Atom has had a pretty impressive run up lately. Atom has gone up to, I believe, $17.20. We did tag that resistance level, and then we start to come down after that. We came pretty close to it once again, around $16.90, but ultimately we reversed back down, testing this as support once more. We are bouncing off of it right now, but I feel like if we retest it one more time, and it could potentially break, especially if all the other altcoins are going to break as well. After that, you're going to see some support around $12.33. You could see some support around this area, although it's going to be minor support, so it probably won't hold as strong as the other levels. So $13.36 is going to be your minor support. $12.37 is going to be your a little bit more of a major support, a little bit stronger. And then you have some support coming in right here around $8.66, and after that $7.17 for Atom. So let's see where the price action is going to take us this week. It's going to be very interesting to see what the FOMC has for us. Again, I feel like they've already overdone it on the rate hike, so the fact that they're doing more does not put more confidence in the Fed, in my opinion. But again, they're just trying to build credibility right now, although because they've lost so much credibility in the past, these last few months, with all this transitory inflation, all this nonsense that they've been spewing out. But again, I don't want to get my YouTube channel canceled, so we're not going to talk too much about that. Let's move on. Let's take a look at a few other altcoins that I have my eye on right now. I believe I'm taking a look at Solana. Let's take a look at Solana, see how Solana is doing. Solana is at $32.39. Again, we closed our short on Solana, so I'm not really interested in longing Solana at this point, because we are, after all, on the verge of a very, very big move in the market, and it's better off to stay on the sidelines. Of course, I have a few, positions in the markets, but they're not a crazy amount of my portfolio. So again, that's proper risk management right there. Not over leveraging, especially in position sizes. That's something you guys want to take into account when trading as well, is not going too big. If you go in heavy thinking you're going to make it big and it doesn't go your way, then you know what, you're going to lose. So you're going to end up losing big. So a way to deflect from from losing so much is potentially trading defensively, using smaller position sizes where you're not stressed out on your positions. And after all, you making money is not as fun if it's so stressful. It's definitely much easier when you're relaxed and you're at ease. Just trying to give you guys some tips and tricks here. After all, I've been gone throughout the weekend. But yeah, you guys know where I stand right now in my positions. If you guys are in the Discord and are gold members, then you know where I am positioned in the markets. And we have closed a couple winners lately as well. Let me take a look at the Discord. Oh my god, I don't even have it open. What's wrong with me? Let me open my Discord quickly. We'll go over a few wins that we closed out lately. Oh my god, it's so slow. Computer's so slow. All right, there we go. Recently, we took some profits on Solana, Ethereum, and we actually closed a losing position. So I now don't always win. We took even a loss on PAXG. So that's actually the gold version of crypto. It's actually gold, but a derivative using a crypto form. So I was actually long gold right here. We actually took our loss at our stop loss when we came back down to these levels right here. So that was unfortunate, but it happens. And you guys can see everything. Everything is posted on my website. And very transparent, so you guys know what you're buying once you're going into Discord. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for listening. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to sign up for Big Get Trading, the link is in the description, and that's where I post all my trades. Love you guys. Peace.